When we get to the XIV, when we rank them up, they are going to have 4 quest givers available for the full 12. That is why I'm not doing anything else, because XIV is the only beast tribe that goes up to more than 4 at the ARR. So you want to work on them first because they take the longest. They go up to rank 7. But basically for this week on, we're only going to have one more rank of kobolds and Sahagin. So it's going to be, I'm going to do the XL until they rank up, and then I'm going to use the other days to put points into Sahagin and kobolds, and whenever they're ready, they're ready. But we have 3 ranks up for XL, 1 for kobold and Sahagin. Sweet. Okay. The Kobold and the Beautiful. Is the Bold and the Beautiful is that an old soap opera? I could remember The Young and the Restless. I couldn't remember if The Bold and the Beautiful was another one. Just the man I was open to see. Feral tidings drip from Camp Overlook. Zoga and his scurvy crew have been quiet. Too quiet for the commander's liking, if you catch me drift. Aye, our scouts have reason to believe that they've recovered from their recent setback and are gathering strength for a retaliatory strike. I'd speak to Commander Blodin myself, but it did seem he's none too pleased with me efforts on the 789th Order's behalf. If I know the commander, he's far more like to cut an adventurer like yourself some slack. You'll travel to Camp Overlook in me stead, won't you? Yeah, sure. Boy, Archon, you haven't happened to see my favorite lieutenant around, have you? Nope. I'm afraid this skate Swiss has steered us right into the eye of a storm. A creed might be till sea swallows all, but I wouldn't mind if it swallowed her first. Any road, you've been working with her up till now, right? Good. That means you can help clean up this mess. Now listen, and listen well. The scouts just returned from Mugamoro. It seems our friend Zoga was so enamored of your little prank that he's united the most powerful orders in the tunnels under his black flag. That's right, scores upon scores of the buggers, hauling sulfur, saltpeter, and the gods know what else to all corners of the mountain. Aye, there's no doubt in me mind, the bombs that they brandished last time were only the start of it. You and Skateswiss started this by casting your lot with the 789th. Now you can get us out of this. Whatever it takes to keep Zoga off our backs until we can bolster our defenses, you make it happen. Understood? I guess. Can you guys, like, give me something to do besides, hey, you go talk to him. Hey, you go talk to her. Back and forth, back and forth. So it's as I feared. Zoga's taken the elm to Ugamoro and is brewing a most nasty sort of revenge. But the commander's right, our fingerprints are all over this mess, so it's our duty to help him wipe it up. Yes, we must. Oh, woe is me. Misfortune, misery, woe. Please help me, adventurer. Yes, yes, you must. What are ye yapping about this time? My beloved Beady Bee, my dear, my darling, my beloved. She said she would meet me hours ago, but she is nowhere to be found. No, no, nowhere at all. She said she would come over by the way of the kobold egg. If she was caught by Zoga, I shudder to think what would happen. Tremble, shiver, shudder. Must save her. Yes, yes, you must. You spineless coward. She's your girl. Go get her your bloody self. Bah, I'd have better luck squeezing ale from a stone than talking sense into this one. Let's go, Archon. Where do I go? This way. I go over that route. What's up, BB? Looking for trouble, are you? Yes, yes you are. Got you. Slice you, slash you, got you. Good lord. At last. You get Orgigi's adventurer friend, yes? Yes, yes you are. I knew that coward wouldn't have the courage to save me himself. He is useless, hapless, hopeless, useless. So scared was I. Yes, yes, I was petrified. I came to deliver these plans and... The plans! They are gone. Missing, vanished, gone. What plans? Why, the plans for Zolgar's dude furnace. I must find them, or Zolgar will punish me. Yes, yes, his wrath knows no bounds. Let me guess. Go find them? Oh, you're fine. 2 feet wide by 1'8" tall. That's the open sides. Okay, so it's 24. 2 feet by almost 3 feet by 1'9" with a 10-inch peak on the roof. That sounds like someone who wanted to build a house but couldn't find the space to or the time to build a full house, so they built a tiny house. Oh, is it 24 by 34? So the base is 24 by 34. The narrow ends are open, and there's a 10-inch sloped peak. That's what it sounds like. Shall I do? Without those plans, I'm as good as dead. Slaughtered, butchered, dead. Well, good thing I found them. Could it be? Yes, yes, you have found them. This is twice you have saved me, adventure. So brave you are, daring, dauntless, brave. So different from a certain kobold I know. So different from me. You are shamed, Gigu. Unkind and feeling harsh. But the truth is, I too lack the heart to stand up to Zoga. Yes, yes, I too am a coward. I too am an alchemist, you see. A skilled one, yes, yes. So what did Zoga do? He threatened to exile the 175th from Ugamura unless I did his dirty work. A furnace he wanted, but not just any furnace. No, no, a fiery, fearsome, formidable one. A furnace to end all furnaces. I have no wish to serve Zoga. No, no, none at all. What I truly wish is to be happy with Gigu, cheerful, content, happy. And yet, I simply cannot stand to see him grovel so. No, no, I cannot bear it. I'm no better, this I know, but Gigu is different. Yes, Gigu is a leader of kobolds. I beg of you, adventurer. Yes, yes, I do. Take this to Gigu, that it might stir his heart, rouse, shake, stir. If this fails, there is no hope for him. No, none at all. A 2 foot by almost 3 foot. Yeah, that explains why a cat can fit in there easily. My beloved, my fair, my darling, my beloved, will I never gaze upon you again? Safe? Oh, joy! Glee, happiness, joy. And what is this? A letter? What? Threatening my beloved Bibi? This time Zoga has gone too far. This is unforgivable, inexcusable, unpardonable, unforgivable. I will not take this sitting down. No, no, I will take this letter straight to Bago and have him do something immediately. Bibi shall see that I am a kobold of action, decision, resolve, action. Gigu in the 79th would be a laughingstock no more. No, no, no longer. Well, I suppose some sign of life out of him is a start. Though it'd have been nice if something had put the wind in his sails before the poor kobold last got kidnapped. I swear what she sees in that one. Don't get me wrong now, I've fallen on me share of milksops and cravens in me day. Always hoping they'd make something of themselves, and each time those self-same hopes were betrayed. Tell you the truth, I've had more than me fill of helping the helpless. One thing's clear, if Soga's plot comes to fruition, it won't just be Gigu and his lot that pay the price. I say we cut that big bully down to size, not simply for the kobold's sake, but for our own. Are you with me, Archon? Well, that kind of explains why they went with a soap opera referencing one. Yeah, sounds like he'd probably build a couple apartment buildings and wanted to build another, but couldn't afford to build a house to full scale. Having all those different, being able to build a house and wire it is not a skill set in one person much anymore. Okay, that is the kobolds done. Like I said, we're not doing anything else besides the XIV as far as Beast Tribe quests dailies today. Because, like I said, and you'll see soon enough, there'll be 12 of them available. Alright, gotta go to... The quest name is Lathe to the Party. Squawk! Have need of Archon's help, Zezel does. So close we are, taking shape before our eyes, Dezel Qualon is. Hull for body, engine for heart. Next, fashion muscle to transfer power to wings we must. Developed by Featherless One, cerulean technology was very advanced. First Ixal in history to design and build our own engine, we are. Function perfectly, men components do. Flawless was Tadaramu's design, and abundance of materials for upcoming tasks we have. But tiny problem there is. Maybe not so tiny. Squawk! Machine tool for cutting transmission parts, we have not. Many intricate gears and cogs harness power produced by engine. Propulsion system they do. With one precision gear wheel, then make lathe to grind such parts we could. Our best hope, Archon, is beg, borrow, steal, but have that gear wheel we must. Only Featherless Ones have item we seek. Rest on Archon's shoulder, fate of Dezel Qualon does. I was listening in on Sizzle's lamentations. It would seem we are in need of a new lathe, though failing that, a part that will allow us to build one. Gear wheel such as the one we seek must be of the highest degree of workmanship. Should it be warped by even the smallest fraction, that imperfection will be reflected in the turning of the lathe, and make the crafting of precision components impossible. No, it must be one made to extremely exacting specifications. Speak of the difference of a single hair's width here. The entire realm of Eorzea I can count on the fingers of one hand the master artisans who are capable of forging such a piece. And even should we be so fortunate as to secure the services of such a talented individual, we must consider the time it would take to craft the gear wheel. The projects might languish for weeks, if not months. It would be far better were we to focus on obtaining an existing gear wheel, and then somehow convincing the owner to part with it. A lathe. Now, where have I seen a lathe before? Ah, yes, I have vague memories of seeing one in my grandfather's workshop, which was somewhere outside the city. Archon, that's it. You must return to Gridania and speak with Coulson once more. He's been with this Highwind Skyway since the beginning. If anyone were to know what's become of my grandfather's lathes, it would be Coulson. He'll likely be in or around the Carline Canopy. The man is never far from the airships when not attending to business. Okay. No, that takes us to Nald. Nalda. I'm gonna go to Gridania. And that's Gunbreaker unlock. I get down to the Carline Canopy, which is over this way. Really wish you were allowed to just jump down there. Upstairs? You're upstairs. What am I doing? Wait, are you outside? There you are. Yes, I remember you. My eyesight may be failing, but my mind is yet sharp, thank you very much. You're the lad Master Tadaramu employed as his delivery boy. Surely the materials I provided you with are sufficient, yes? The Master wishes to know what became of the lathe from his grandfather's workshop? Well now, that does bring back memories. Must be nigh on 50 years ago now that I began my apprenticeship with Tadanora. Famous adventurer and businessman. I still recall the day he conceived his revolutionary enterprise. He proposed the idea of building passenger balloons that shared the principle, if not the purpose, of Ixali dirigibles. His company was the very first air travel service in the realm. It marked the birth of Skywind Highways. Of course, it was not until around 30 years later, when Sid Garland brought airship technology to Eorzea, that flights between cities became a regular occurrence. Those were the days, though. If I close my eyes, I can still see the workshop. I can still hear our excited optimism as Tadanora and I worked tirelessly on the construction of that first balloon. Pray excuse an old man is reminiscing. What were we speaking of? Ah yes, lathes. I believe the lathe Master Tamaro refers to is the one we used in the old Folgard workshop. But I'm afraid this place was shut down and dismantled for lumber after Tadabaru assumed management of the company. It was the end of an era after all. I wonder if there are any still in Folgard who remember that time. Perhaps you might try speaking with the employees of the Bobbing Cork? Back to Folgard Float! Welcome to the Bob and Cork, friend. Will you be needing a room? No? Come for a drink and some gossip, then? A lathe? Afraid I'm unfamiliar with the term. Some manner of tool from the old Skyways workshop that used to stand here in Folgard. Pity our previous owner has moved on. 10 years I've worked here, but never have I heard talk of any such workshop. Well, I may know not of any lathes, but we do have a mountain of unclaimed possessions that we've been adding to since the dawn of bloody time. It has the largest storeroom in town, you see, and it's the favored reliquary for all manner of unwanted or forgotten artifacts that once belonged to either residents or customers. Only just this morning I thought to clear some space by throwing away the oldest and dustiest relics. More than welcome to sift through the pile outside and take whatever you wish. The one time I want them to turn around, they don't. Okay, which side are you on? Not that side. There it is. Oh, would you look at that? Archon, is that what I think it is? The gear wheel from the lathe! Came to Folgard on the barest of remembrances, but I'm certainly glad I did. The workshop itself is gone, but some things are too precious to simply fling onto them in a heap. One of the artisans must have saved it. My grandfather was always well respected, you see, and even in his later years he would take me to see the workers practicing their trade. Listen well, Todorama, he would say. Coin has its uses, but aught of true value is bought with passion and persistence. To reach the highest skies, you must spread your wings and soar. His words of wisdom here were as the sweetest lullabies to me as a child. It was likely his influence that encouraged me to pursue my love of airship design. What's this? The face of the gear wheel is engraved with a dedication of some kind. For my dearest friend, Dizzle Quillan, on these wings I pledge our everlasting bond. This would mean... Archon, let us return to Miqo'te and deliver this treasure to Suzzle without delay. There are certain questions to which our exiled colleague may hold the answers. How long has your family been cavorting with XIV? Squawk! Nervously waiting for Archon's return, Zizzle was, releasing decidedly unblessed wind vowels were. Thank you for sharing. Caw. Yes, exactly what we need this gear wheel is. Good. Good. Edging much closer to reality, dream of Dezel Qualan is. Dezel, there's something I would ask you. Pale, Tadaramu looks. Nervous belly like Zezel? Ask permission to use the tree trench. Tadaramu need not. No. Perhaps you should just read the inscription on the gear wheel. Inscription? Ah, see tiny words Zezel did not. For my dear friend Dezel Qualan. On these wings I pledge our everlasting bond. Tata Nora is my grandsire. He's the man who founded Highwind Skyways 46 years ago. I'm fairly certain we've all heard that second name before. Caw, squawk! Care to share the choice of your amusement, Zezel? Too perfect it is. Destined to fall into our hands this gear wheel was. Dezel Qualan, outcast and genius, first chief of XIV, master balloon maker, and Zezel's respected mentor. Your mentor? Then the name of your hybrid airship? Yes, wanted same. Think of better way to honor Chief's memory Zezel could not. Then it was true. Squawk? Speak of an old rumor. 'Twas said that grandfather's company was built on his appropriation of Beastman aeronautics. That all the balloons he flew were not more than base imitations of XIV-made vessels. It's a rumor that was officially denied, and any mention has been thoroughly expunged from written records on the assertion that even unfounded claims of stolen Beastman technology would unduly harm Highwind Skyway's reputation. I thought it merely the rumblings of rivals, sick with envy at grandfather's success. Yes, envy it was. Squawk! Envy that led your ancestors to steal our genius. Thieves and liars. Zezel, Caw. Pulling Tataramu's tail feathers, Zezel was. Judging by words on the gear wheel, stolen from us this knowledge was not. Friends they were, shared craft with Tataramu's grandfather Dezel Qualan did. See it clearly, Zezel can. Two dreamers gazing into vast sky, one feathered and one not. None so different are past and present, eh? Fate is at hand in our meeting, it would seem. I am honored to continue the friendship our elders began, Zezel Todalok. Squawk! Dust in Zezel's eye there is. Back to work. Swiftly now, or fine tongue shortened on new lathe, Tataramu will. And we are up to Trusted with the XIV. For literally anyone else, this would be the end of them. But not the XL. Thanks to your diligent efforts, Zezel's crew can now use their new lathe to craft the gears and cogs that will transfer power from the engine to the wings. Continue assisting the XIV to see the airship hybrid reach completion. That also gave us a ton of experience in that. So, like I said, it's hard to see on this map, but there are 4, don't count that one, but there are 4 quest givers here, each with 3 quests. So we're going to be doing those now.